Hey YouTube, ferrothorn, Jellicent, Shadow Mawile, and I forgot to put in the IVs, but that's okay. Ferrothorn's got kind of bad IVs. Jellicent's got good IVs. Mawile's the Shadow, has great IVs. I'll put the Shadow on there. Anyways, so the team, I wanted to this is a team of just like I wanted to test out these Pokemon. Like I saw Jellicent so many times because a lot of people are using, not Jellicent, sorry, Galarian Wheezing without Brutal Swing, so you resist the poison and you resist the fire. Ferrothorn just seems like a nice answer to a lot of things because the steel, if you don't have, people like, I don't have Klefki, what can I use? Well, here's two steel options. One Mawile, one Ferrothorn. Steel has a lot of play in this meta, resisting the poison, resisting grass, resisting fairy, so there's a lot of good play with these steel Pokemon, so I want to test both of them out. I ran Fire Fang Mawile, and you're probably going to see in a couple of these matchups, I ran into an Astonish Mawile a few times, and then I used it as well, not on this team, on the next team you're going to see that I put out for mine. It's way tougher to go against the Shadow. The Shadow version, sorry, not Shadow. Ooh, what a great start to this video. The Astonish instead of Fire Fang, because Fire Fang, as you can see here, very, very, very slow on the charge. Power Punch does nothing. Like, the only reason you would run Power Punch, like throw Power Punch here, is honestly if it's like a steel Pokemon you can just ramp up on. Otherwise, throw the player off because it is such a bad move, Power Punch. But yeah, let's take a look at the battles and watch the team in action. Okay, so Tentacruel. Again, poison. You net resist poison 1. You double resist poison on the steel, and then you take super effective on the grass. So that is single resisted poison. So getting off the Power Whip is neutral. Some are scared of if you have Thunder, but Power Whip is neutral. Does a lot of, it does over 50%, so you're good. They do throw Scald, and I think this is where my IVs are coming in, because I was like, I did not expect a resisted Scald from a non-Shadow, a non-Shadow Tentacruel to do like 35-40% there. And I think it's just because my IVs are like 15, 15, 15, something like that. Like I can put in fake IVs if you guys, if the non-IVs there are making you, I was going to say nervous, but that's not the right word, making you uncomfortable. Anyways, going to come in here. If you're going to use Shadow Mawile, especially the Fire Fang one, you really just need to save shields for it. It's pretty glassy, and it does take time for those Fire Fangs to ramp up. So I think it's some content creator must have put it out with Amoonguss, because I saw the Amoonguss Mawile combo multiple times, and all the time with Astonish. So I'm guessing someone put it out. Anyways, here comes Golisopod. I will get off both Shadow Balls here, take this out. I'll instant swap. Don't know what's in the back yet. It is a Jellicent, and this is what I'm talking about, how you just need to basically use shields for this thing. It's very slow on the charge. It's going to take 20 to get to the player up. They're going to get to multiple moves. But, again, I have Jellicent here, and I went up against an Astonished Mawile, and I'm just like, oh, crap, this thing is actually a little bit of a pain here. So player off, not enough to take it out. Get a Power Punch off, but resisted and garbage anyway, so this is not going to do anything. But it does put it within Astonish range, so do not need to burn my shield here. Just save the shield just in case they throw a move here, and I can just take it out with Astonish. Wheezing. This one's annoying, because again, Sludge will be single resisted. Overheat will be double super effective. You have Flash Cannon, which is also super effective on their Fairy. So it's a bait game. It's a who's going to land game. So they baited Sludge. I shielded. I'm going Flash Cannon. They do not shield and get one shot there. Out comes the Golisopod. So I'm just going to stay in. I'm neutral here. I'll just play this matchup out and then figure out where I want to go after. Yeah, and actually that's smarter. They let the Power Up go, which is a lot of damage. And then I know Jellicent will resist if they're just using the two normal moves in Aqua Jet and X Scissor will be resisted, so I know I can just come in there and eat it on the Jellicent. And Jellicent's pretty safe in general. So did that. Got the Lapras here. they need to start shielding because they are low, or just save shields for the next game. That's fine. So they're just not shielding for some reason. And we will Fire Fang down. Lapras. Good lead. Right, and this is why steals are so strong. And there's your mawile. And here is your Astonish. And it just makes it tricky. Why am I not going into my Fire Fang mawile into theirs? I'm an idiot. Like, I was just like kind of cut off guard. But now these Fire Fangs are adding up. But look how much the Astonish is adding up. And they've already boosted their attack once. So I'll respect the Power Up Punch or the Iron Head. Jeez, no. Yeah. And out comes the Lapras. Psywave is resisted. I just like Power Punch is super effective. I want to start ramping up here. But again, not going to do much. But I was going to say maybe get 2 off here. But the game tries to leg me out there. But this is what I'm talking about. Like, those are super effective moves, boosting my attack, and it still just does nothing. And it's an Amoonguss in the back. And yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I saw this Amoonguss. Let me open my YouTube and do this on the side as we're talking about this. What content creator put out? I think I saw with Lapras, Amoonguss, and this multiple times. So let me just see the content creators I'm subscribed to. There's Rise, there's mawile, but not the right one. Home Slice with Klefki as well. Galarian Wheezing. Let's see if it's Axon here. No, but he put out the Cacturn one. Okay, I saw Cacturn a few times. So it's Axon with the Cacturn. He's up to 13,300. Wow. I guess it paid. I was supposed to say pays being champion. Okay, what do we got here? We got Dugong lead, so I'll take that lead. Super effective versus neutral. What is my wife will handle it, but my kid's going wild. So get off the Shadow Ball. They're staying in, so we'll take this. We'll just take these drill runs. And they finally get into Tentacruel, so no wonder they just kind of stayed in there because Tentacruel is a poison. Does not have many answers for here either, so I can probably get to another move before they get to a move here. I tried Tentacruel on this team actually before I used mawile. I used JELLICENT and Tentacruel, and I hated Tentacruel. I thought it was so bad. So, not impressed with that. And now mawile, against Abomasnow, so that is just going to be a top left for my opponent. And mawile again, so now I have to wait. I'm like, is it an Astonish? Doesn't matter. But it is Fire Fang, so I'm like, okay, here goes Jellicent. Because I don't want to come in Jellicent right away if it's an Astonish, because then you're in a pretty bad matchup. What other content creator? Am I missing a content creator who put out Astonish mawile? Because I saw it everywhere. And no offense to the average person, but the average person is not going to figure it out if the recommended move on PvPoke is Fire Fang. So who figured it out? Let me know in the comments below if you know who is the one who figured this out. Okay. Glycopod takes me out. I'm going to try and 2-shield mawile. But this is the problem. Like, this thing's so glassy. Why did it go X-Scissor instead of Aqua Jet? I don't know. Here comes their mawile. Gotta shield this up. Because they're going to just ramp up 2, and that's going to take me out. So, not in a good situation here. So we'll go down here. So Lapras. And they get into Wheezing, so I'm going to go into Jellicent. Is this the Brutal Swing one? Because I went into one that had Brutal Swing. Yeah, and now I'm screwed. This is such a bad matchup with Brutal Swing. And this is... I talked about this in the other video. It's so tough in this meta with such limited Pokemon that if you switch up the moveset, you can catch a lot of things off guard because you know that, again, so we have Fire Fang Mawile versus Astonish. We have Brutal Swing here versus the Sludge and Overheat. And because there's only like 10 Pokemon in the meta, each of them have specific play against the meta. And you need to like adjust based on... So it's not like people are just going to go with the recommended moveset because there's enough limitation for the amount of Pokemon in this meta that it's worth like trying offset moves if it covers like the 10 Pokemon in the meta. I can't believe this is on for 2 weeks. Mawile. Flash Cannon is neutral, right? They have Fairy, so that's a good land there. Jellicent and now the Wheezing. I don't have any shields, so if it's an overheat, I'm done. But even a Sludge is gonna... Yeah, it's still neutral. Here comes the second one. No, still single resisted. Single resisted. So I get the Power Punch up. Hopefully this is enough that I can Fire Fang them down. And it is. And if it's Power Punch, yeah, which it is, I'm fine. So there we go. Quailfish. Poison resisted. Ice Beam is neutral. But these power-ups are going to really hurt. And one Ice Beam is... Okay, they shield. Ice Beam will chip. It'll take me to like the yellow, but I'll live for sure. And let's see what they decide to do here. I'd be surprised if they double shield. They do not. I almost take them out with that. Holy smokes. Quailfish. Or it's just Power Up is like a good move. I think Power Up is a good move. They do get the second Ice Beam off. That's just fine. Again, I'm trying to take Mawile shield advantage. There's a Decidueye. Here comes the Fire Fang. What's in the back? Jellicent. So what am I going to do here? Try and live. Try and get a player off and farm down. Try and live. Try and get a player off. And farm down with Hex and come out with moves. Coming out perfectly here. Shield. Farm. Come out with a move and a half. Decidueye doesn't have enough energy. So no need to bait here. Back to back. What is his problem? Jesus. He has been a very emotional boy. We're in the there's the terrible twos, but there's the I haven't tell you about the emotional threes. Man, these kids got a lot of emotions going on. Okay, Power Up lands. Every move is resisted, so I don't know why they're really staying in this matchup. Rock Tomb does land. That's fine. Get off another Power Up. This time they catch on Wheezing, so nice catch. But now we can go in Jellicent and hope that they do not have the Brutal Swing. And they are very slow on the throw here, so maybe they're just deciding what's the best play, Sludge or Overheat. And they decide it is Overheat. I don't know. Again, they're 2 times lower, so I don't think this matters too much, but I don't know why I took that move unnecessarily when I could just take them out. I don't know why I didn't throw and try and 1-turn deny. I did get a full move there, yeah, so I'm just going to shield and get that extra farm. And I've got 2 moves, and Surf is neutral, so I'm going to get this off. So here comes 1 Surf. I'll back-to-back if they shield. They do not shield. What's in the back? Jellicent. I remember this. I had a Shadow Ball. But I'm like, they have one Pokemon left. Of course they're going to shield. And they don't shield. And I'm like, okay, that sucks. So I come in here, and I think that bait cost me this game, if I remember. So yeah. Oops, sorry. No, don't make noise. Okay, how many battles are left? I think maybe one more battle. Send me your battles or not. Or you know what? Like, give me other ideas of what you guys want to see on this channel. I'm really struggling here with ideas. Like I said, I think the event coverage is good because it allows me to look at these like new Pokemon or new moves. Like there's a new move coming this weekend on these fire Pokemon. So I'll check those out. You know, top teams for the Tuesday turnover. Some of these teams for the early. But then by the time we hit the Friday and going into the weekend, people get bored. Is there anything else that you guys want me to do on this channel? Like, do you want me to do some of the old like team building ones, or I'm trying to remember what else I used to do. So the old team building ones. Let me just go look at my playlist here. I have a history of channel that I think I did like 10 of those. But that was kind of like Skarmory was meta relevant for this reason in season 1, and then it went to irrelevancy because of Registeel and all these Pokemon, and then it got nerfed, and then it was off, and then it got buffed again, and now Corviknight's the new Skarmory. So I did used to do history of, so like if you want something like that. What else do I have here? A lot of just the different things, a lot of the different cups. Yeah, the team building series video, I remember that. I have a game mechanics too. Game mechanics when the game mechanics don't even work is tough to do. Pokemon tier lift. Sorry. Sorry. I'm laughing because my Pokemon tier list, the video that comes up is ranking PvP YouTubers by skill. I should do an updated one on that. That's so funny. Because for those of you, I'll do it on my wrap up video for my 4-year celebration. If you go back to like my first videos, you'll always hear me say I'm the best 3rd/4th tier Pokemon Go battler in the world. And that was because like you have the best of the best, like you have Rise, and all those people who are just like truly the best, and then you have like the people who I always called like 2nd tier, who are like constantly legends but like never leaderboard people, which I think I am probably, well, maybe not anymore, but just people who hit like legend every season but aren't like Rise level. They're good but they're not that level. They're 2nd tier. And then there was me, the 3rd tier, who like I would still like hit legend pretty much every season except for like 2 of the last 4 now. But I didn't know like typings, that I didn't know things. So I said like I'm so good, but my skill level's so bad. So I used to say that. I don't say that anymore. But ranking PvP YouTubers by skill, like Homeslice has got to be up there. Like Homeslice is like top leaderboard constantly now. Like yeah, so it should be your regular like Rise, Axon, Homeslice. But man, all the YouTubers are gone now. There was also like Wallowers was a top tier player. Tho was a top tier player. FP6 was a top tier player. So many like top tier YouTubers by skill, they're just not YouTubers anymore. And again, I still want to do I'm gonna get a new, again, my camera, I got a real camera, but it didn't work with it didn't have an output, so it didn't work with the whatever changeover thing. My phone is up due, so I'm gonna get a new phone and just use this phone to film off of. So I'll use this phone with my new phone to play on. So maybe I'll just start reaching out to the other people that I want to do these interview type videos with. Anyways, that's enough. I'm going to go see what's going on with this kid because my wife does not seem to be able to calm him down. So that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.